Mario. Oh, you want to talk about Mario games? Well, I don't really have any experience playing Mario games, and I think I played the original one on the Nintendo 64 like twice in my life. And then other than that, the only Mario game I've ever played is Mario Kart. Cause I didn't have any way to play games as a kid. Because my mom didn't really want us to have access to games as kids, because it's not good for kids to be like addicted to video games and stuff. So like most of my entertainment came from reading and watching like movies. I think my father my father got us a Wii when I was little, but like against her wishes. But the only game we had was Wii Fit Plus and Wii Sports. And then like there was a couple games I had here and there. Like one Christmas I got Madagascar Karts, which is just Mario Kart, but with Madagascar, with like DreamWorks characters. Okay, this one's done. Which was one of my favorite games because it was like the only game I played. And then I got Minecraft when I was 13. I think I was 13. For my 13th birthday, I got like this little laptop that was more like a notebook than a laptop, because it had like 20 gigabytes of storage and it could barely run Minecraft. I was running Minecraft at like 15 FPS. 10, 15 FPS. And the thing that sucked so much about that laptop was anytime like I needed to constantly delete stuff off of it for it to actually have space, because it only had 20 gigabytes of storage. So like I would honestly just like factory reset it every week because it was running out of storage and I wasn't that good at keeping stuff up. I got a legitimate laptop halfway through my senior year, but I had a smartphone at the start of high school. I was like, that was like the extent of my gaming life. That's why I never really played any shooters, because when I finally got a laptop, it couldn't really run them, so I just never played them. And I was really bad at them because I didn't play them when I was a kid, so I just never really got into them. Okay, that one is also done. Speaking of laptops not being able to run stuff, my computer is on the lower end and it's getting up there in years. I need to start thinking about replacing it, which I don't really want to do, but I also want to be able to actually use it to play stuff. So I bought myself Horizon Forbidden West when it came out on PC, and I thought my PC could run it at minimum specs, but it turns out the minimum spec requirement for that game was if you want to play it in 720, so I just haven't played it since then. Your laptop was supposed to be for high school? Oh my god, I got distracted! That was your fault. Oh. There we go. Oh no! Why? No! We're good. We're fine. Okay. Where's the... There it is. My foot's asleep. I remember when they actually bought all the Chromebooks for schools. It was like this big thing. And then by the end of my senior year, Chromebooks were just like barely used because everybody has computers, so nobody really cares about Chromebooks because they suck. They suck comparatively to like just what most people have in terms of technology. An enigmatic page. No, it's not. Come on. Really? I can't make that? There we go. See you later, Stinky! This might be a blast from the past, but how do you feel about bedtime? Like, having a bedtime? Like, what are my thoughts on having, like, a schedule, like, the bedtime that my mom set for me? Oh, the bedtime quest. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant, how'd you feel about having a bedtime? I was like, that's just a really weird question. Like, I don't know. It was a bedtime. You know, I went to sleep at 9 o'clock at night. I don't know. I will get the chest. I'll get the chest. I'll get the chest. I have to check the time trial and the Sealy. What do I recommend to someone who feels really burnt out from Genshin and gaming in general? You still want a game, but you can't seem to pick up the controller and sit down. I think the best advice for burnout is just don't force yourself to do anything. Even though you still want a game, don't try and make yourself do stuff. Another really good thing to do is just change up what you're doing in the game. Because if you burn out from exploring, don't explore. I know Genshin is a game based around exploration, but if you're feeling really burnt out from the game, you don't need to explore every nook and cranny to get enjoyment out of it. Take a break from doing what you normally do and try and do something a little different and a little out of your comfort zone. Even if that doesn't work, like if you're still playing Genshin and you just feel like you open the game and you don't really want to commit to doing anything, best thing for you to do is just take little breaks from it. You know, log in, spend your resin, do your dailies, and then log off and just distance yourself from the game for a little bit. And then if you feel yourself wanting to play more, you'll like understand what you want to do a little bit better. And it's important to remember that Genshin is a game and it's meant for you to enjoy it. So if you're not enjoying it, don't force yourself to play. Come on, die. But I think sometimes detoxing yourself from a game can help you prioritize what you want to do in it. If you want to stay around the game and just spend a little bit of time into it, then that's fine, but also just straight up quitting the game might be helpful. I have to turn my air on. Sorry guys, it's like 95 degrees already, or sorry, 85 degrees already. What games am I the best at, Minecraft or Genshin? It's Minecraft by a very, very, very long margin. I'm actually not good at Genshin at all. In terms of like combat, I'm not good at Genshin. I know a little bit about building characters and reactions, but for the most part, I'm not very good at this game. I am much better at Minecraft. Like it's a significant amount and it's not even close. If you don't want to quit the game and you want to find a reason to stay, you have to find that reason for yourself. You can't, like, I can give you a bunch of advice, but you have to find something that you personally enjoy that makes you want to keep playing the game. Die, little fungus. Well, one thing about games is you tend to burn out your dopamine receptors, because video games are a really good way to like get quick hits of dopamine and stuff like that. So if you play games a lot, you tend to fry the dopamine receptors of your brain. And if you think back to like points in time where you didn't get to play games a lot, like when I was a little, I didn't get to play games a lot. So whenever I would get to play, those short amounts of time were a lot more fun. So if you take the, if you feel like it's affecting you, what you can do is actually just do a detox where you don't play at all, or you just play like a little bit to get basics done. And that way, when you have more time to spend on the game, it feels a lot better because you're not so used to just spending a lot of time on the game. It's a really good idea to just not play too much games in general. I know I'm not the greatest advocate for that, seeing as how much hours I've played Genshin this week, but video games can be a bit unhealthy for you if you play them so much. Alright, well, we're gonna have to find a way up here without using lame characters. Lame and uninteresting characters. You're sure I'm not talking about Scaramouche? No, I'm talking about the Balladeer. Surely I would imply that he's boring. I would never imply such a thing. I'd state it outright. I'm sure if I did a tier list, people wouldn't immediately witch hunt me for my opinions, right? Don't threaten people just because they don't like a specific character. That is a very childish thing to do. Unless, of course, they like Farina, in which case hunting them is 100% okay and justified. Drop the tier list. Aw, do I really want to get... I don't want to get cancelled. But also, if you think that you're not somebody who can keep that balance up, then oh hey, look at that, we're done. Haha. Sorry, not to interrupt that, but we're finished. Easy. What about me? Am I the kind of person that plays an unhealthy amount of games? Or am I somebody who doesn't? You know, you can check my YouTube channel. I play a lot of games. And personally, I'm somebody who struggles with managing time. I'm definitely not very good at time management, but doing YouTube has kind of been the catalyst or the driving motivation to budgeting my time better. Because for the, during quarantine, I played games all day, every day as well. It was an unhealthy amount, and I only played it, and it really affected my real life. And I didn't even create much stuff on YouTube because of how much I was playing. But over like the past year and a half, 2 years, I've gotten more serious about doing YouTube, and I've been able to kind of budget my time and schedule myself in a way where I'm not super over obsessed with what I do in games. Like, I still play games a lot, but it helps because YouTube making YouTube videos and playing the games is part of the same thing, right? Like, editing, there's times when I'll edit for like 16 hours straight, and then I'll play games for like 8 hours, and then the next day I'll edit for like 16 hours straight. So if you can find a way to balance games with like your hobbies and stuff, then it's not that bad. You believe that I'll be popular one day? I already feel pretty popular. I feel pretty popular. I like just being able to talk to people. The one thing I'm worried about is I don't want to, obviously everybody wants to do well on YouTube, but if you start doing too well, streams like this where I'm able to talk to people a lot become impossible. Like, if I had 1 million subscribers and 1,000 people watching me live stream, I couldn't talk to everybody as in depth as I'm talking to all of you right now. So it's really nice streaming to a small amount of people because you can talk to them a lot more. It's really nice. But the issue with having a huge following is you just can't know them very well. Because if you think about presenting stuff or being on stage where you're presenting to people, there's if you're ever presenting to a theater of 100 people, it looks like a massive amount of that, right? And so it's really hard for me to quantify in my mind that idea, because right now I have 1,800 people who said, hey, I really like this person, I'm gonna subscribe to their YouTube channel. That's nearly 20 times as much people as I've ever presented in front of. I played a baseball game once in a stadium, and there was only 400 people there, I think, at max. So I don't think it's such a large number of people to wrap your minds around. I had to sleep, but you always remember me. Thanks. I don't think I've ever had anyone say that to me. I feel like I don't remember what I was saying. I feel like I was saying something really cool and interesting, but I completely forgot what it was.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
Oh yes, Fischl. We get it, Fischl. You talk funny, and you're mysterious. But there was somebody who was talking about how humans aren't really meant to know so many people. Because in the digital age, in the age of online presences, you can know, you're going to get to know, hundreds, if not thousands of people. And people can't actually identify that in their mind, because we're meant to have, humans are pretty social creatures, we're pretty social beings, and we're meant to have we're meant to have communities, but small communities, right? If you think in high school, you pretty much know, you know a lot of people, but that's kind of like the limit of how big, right? There was a lot of people in my high school. I didn't know all 1,000 plus people in my school. I knew like 20 or less people really well, and then I knew 50, around 50 people on OKamount, and then I just knew of people. Everyone else was like just people I knew of. So it's really weird that there's 1,800 people in the world who've watched what I make and said, this is good enough and I want to see more. And that's just a crazy thing to me. And not everybody who's ever watched or subscribed to me has done it for the same thing, because I've done a lot of different things. And I always want to be somebody. I always want to try and put the best me out there that I can. Well, you know, YouTube has a lot of people that like chase trends or clout chase, and I've done a good amount of that, but I don't want to be somebody who makes stuff just because I think it'll do well. Like obviously I'm going to make stuff that I think will do well, but I don't want to go out of my way and do something that I'm not interested in just because I want people to watch it. But like, to be 100% honest, that doesn't mean I'm not ever going to try and be typical of a person. I'm always going to try and make things that are going to do well. I just try and be a bit more genuine about what I do with it. Because like, obviously I'm going to have to try and chase views. I just don't want to do it all the time in ways that I'm not interested in. Like, I like Genshin, so I don't mind making Genshin stuff, because I was already doing it beforehand. I just wasn't doing it as much, and I wasn't putting as much effort in. But I don't want to just completely go off the rails and do like a trend that I don't like. I've done that before, and I didn't like it. I don't want to do it again. Which Darshan were you with, by the way? You talked for 3 whole days about that. Oh, let's not do that then. Damn it. Inclusion of new forms of evidence with fossils are necessary. Wait, what? Fossils are necessary for the study of historical plants. What? Oh no, I got the nerd rambling. It's doomed. Alright, you know what? Wait, hold on. I wasn't really reading that. Did she say she got kicked out of the academia? Why did you get kicked out of the academia? Maybe I should keep reading instead of just clicking through and skipping it all. I hate hidden world quests and stuff like that. Like Sumeru and Inazuma with all their quests that are locked behind server resets and hidden bullshit that you don't trigger for like 4 years after it comes out. Hate all that. There's a hidden world quest in Notland? Well, boo to that. I say boo. I'm not a child. I'm 500 years old. All you gotta do for it is give some ores to some researcher. Oh, the Quispy chest. Yeah, I did that one because it was locked behind a precious chest. Or, sorry. A precious chest was locked behind it. You gotta give him iron, then you give him white iron, then you give him crystals, then you give him the purple crystals, and you gotta give him the red crystals, and then he gets killed by a lava monster. Oh, I just realized I didn't put my wings on. He was right here. In this little nook, his name was Quispy. God damn it. There's only 2 sections left in the desert. The Land of Upper Setekh, and then the Lost Nursery, and then the entire Sumeru desert is finished. That's pretty crazy to think about. You think if I start playing Minecraft I have to change the stream thumbnail? That sounds like a lot of work, and I'm not going to do it. Your stream, you get to play whatever you want. Absolutely. I'm the boss here. You know, if we want to rob a bank, we're going to rob a bank. I don't think I could rob a bank. Do banks even have, like, that much physical money in them anymore? Because we're not on the gold standard anymore. They don't have gold. Do banks still hold gold for people? There can't be that much. There can't be that much. I wonder how much gold do you think's in banks? Because banks used to be where people would just like store precious materials, and then the bank would give them a voucher that says like, hey, this is how much money's worth of like rare stuff you have, and that's how much money you have in the bank. And then that's where we got like the concept of paper money. And then we got off the gold standard because obviously we got the money, and then the US lost the gold standard because it meant that the money that's printed is no longer the exact amount of gold that the US has, which is where the inflation comes from. Well, I'm sorry to cut the Genshin short, but I did what I was planning on doing, and I'm still a little bit tired, so I want to relax and play some Minecraft. But first, let me check my mail. Oh, a survey! Never mind, now I'm interested. Let's do a survey. Version satisfaction survey. Dear Traveler, the following survey will take I'm not reading all that. I don't know why I pretend like I'm going to. What year was I born? 1983 or earlier? No, that's a lie. They had to put or earlier now. That's funny. Is this like an actual social media that people unironically use? Oh, it is. I didn't even realize that. Tier list. And tier list. And tier list. Oh, shippers, gross. Get out of here. We don't want to see any of that. No shipping allowed. Another tier list. Another tier list. A tier list on how people think they would smell. That's disgusting. Then another tier list. And 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 then, okay. Hey, look, Rappa. Did they give Rappa more clothes? Cringe. How's your exploration progress? I have explored all of it. 100%. With the new areas, very good. Very good new areas. This area, very good. This area, very good. This area, very good. This area, probably the weakest, but still really good. Alright, cool. Minecraft. Yay! Oh, you guys like my skin? I started using my other skin. This was a skin I made when me and my friends were playing on a Cobblemon server. I made it, and then the server died and nobody plays Cobblemon with me anymore. But I like Cobblemon a lot. It's cool? Thank you. I thought it was really awesome, but they must not have liked it because they all left me.
That won't ever change. Yeah, sometimes I'm mad, sometimes I'm okay. Yeah, I know I'll have what I want someday. I need my space now so I can feel nothing.